But now we delve into the action bit. And we'll see for ourselves how these teams are actually looking.
Orgles5 getting that second first down. Crazy on it, there, they drop all the way down. He'll allow them to do that. The question is, they're actually going to chase him though. So this should be a pretty easy kill to get, which they do. And he did get a kill on the way out though. He did get one of the kills, so it's a 4v4. Still winnable. And unfortunately Janko did get that extra kill, gets traded off though. So still, it's back and forth, you know, kill here for the CTs, instantly traded back. But they still have that kit and smoke available. Bomb has been planted.
After the 3 versus 3 on our Fright Night, Azimi will find a further kill. Takes the head clean off of Ozzy, and things start to go from bad to worse. Ooh, the continuation there for me as well, as the South Superstar picks himself up a further frag, and it all falls down to Vanity to try and save it. Seems unlikely here, Ben. And this will be the first round going the way of Orgles, as they'll pick it up with Adam finding the final frag.
It's a good momentum setter when the player without armor actually gets 3 kills right there. Doesn't even take a single point damage, gets the defuse in. You can see his money already, 4,800 on him. So a lot of money in the bank for him, but you can see Vexed. They've instantly come back to it. They know they can actually get a buy-in, so they get 2 AKs dropped, get armor on the 2 other players. I believe Peth, or Quicks actually, I saw 3 AKs, yeah, 3 AKs. So Ozzy was able to get Kevlar, as well as drop an AK for us. So he's able to, you know, got triple AK, 2 Deagles. It's pretty solid in terms of, you know, your split pick potential. And Janko playing quite aggressive there, considering noise. He has heard the AKs in play. It's an interesting one. It's pretty much just reliant on making sure these AKs do not get a chance this round.
Yeah, very slow round coming out so far. The aggression should surely follow those. They have been able to gain that outside control. Imi going to be able to spot out the first man. Imi just popping off. Already Benazzi's been able to grab himself a double kill. Fraser shuts down Whisk. And it should just be easy pickings from this point onwards. Now, the awkward fact is, though, that Vex obviously did reinvest into this round. Vanity's the only one that's been able to find too much as he gets the double kill with the AK towards outside.
Quick's got a really good position here. The question is, will Imi actually expect anything? I don't think he does. Should be a free kill. Of course, the knowledge there that there was nobody actually covering under Nest too. So it was a 5v2, down to a 2v2 now. So start a bit rough. The smoke will fade soon. They've seen him on the radar. Awkward little encounter. It's a very slow situation from Vex though. They're trying to see if the CTs will make the mistake, but they're holding steady. Knowing there's not much time left, Vex need to make a move. And Adam should get the drop on this peak. Does do it, and Vanity, last man alive, going through hurt. He doesn't actually check to his left. So that's an unfortunate one.
It's giving that one away for free.
Yeah. So from a 2v5, you go thinking from Orgles side, it should have been much cleaner, right? But at the end of the day, Vex forced into it. You got to be thinking, we're pretty lucky to actually get into a situation like that to begin with.
Yeah, Vex. They
It's another buy.
Well,
5 Mac 10s. Really
forcing into it. Obviously, the new economy changes allowing you to be a little bit more outrageous for your rebuys, and they do invest quite heavily. Mac 10 train over towards ramp, but Craze nade, and the MP5 body blocks him as well. As he's able to open this one up, Ben, this is looking dire for the side of Vex. They're still going to carry on pushing him. He's been able to cut off the backstabs. They know they're completely closed in. But Whisk will be able to overthrow Cray at the very least. Tries to go for the bomb plant, but it's just going to be spammed down. And this should be another round over. That'll be the smooth 3-0 there, picked up from Orgles. And very expensive rounds coming out from Vexed as well.
It's a very clean one from Orgles as well. That nade from Cray, as you mentioned, it did slow down the actual push. I believe it was quick because they got stuck on it mid-air. And because of that, the slow from the grenade, Imi got another kill when he rotated in. Cray got, I believe, another one on the way down as well. Made things very easy, got a quick rotate in. And finally Vex, they accept we need to eco 1 to get a buy-in next round. So good start from Orgles. Usually that CT side, it can be a bit shaky when playing as a team. But I mentioned that thing about the AWPing earlier on with saying that Fraser typically does pick up the AWP. However, Janko donning it playing outside.
These rounds very one-sided right now as well. Orgles just being able to completely walk over Vexed. Obviously, no real investment there in terms of the buy they went for. This is going to be the round they actually try and get some kind of meat into it. So they have the majority AK buy. Whisk got 6.4k. Could go for the AWP if he wants to. Seems like they're debating it potentially.
Let's go for the Acre though. So you can see the smoke's being set up just then instantly. So the normal smoke's right outside to get you across towards Secret. However, he's made a run all the way across. And he's actually got all the way in. He's put the one-way smoke in. He's ready to face over. And that's a free kill, as well as the bomb. I don't think he saw the bomb, though. See that little gap there. Perfect angle for the Silence M4 in that situation. It's been a really strong start for him. I think that's his 10th kill already.
It's a big comeback for the gamer himself. Jenko as well towards outside, going to pick off Vanity. So it only falls onto Pith and Whisk. The Whisk.
Pisk.
Pisk.
Whiff.
Whiff. Yeah. Whiff. Imi. Not going to be whiffing today as he holds, waiting for the outside push to come towards him. Has support from Jenko as well. It's a slow push from the last two remaining players on Vexed, and Imi gets the better of one of them. Oh, the over-aggression as well, but it pays off. That's a 4K into the round.
12-1. He started off very, very strong. I did mention that, you know, it's one of those things, like, you get to what, the first round, the player with no armor gets 3 kills. The amount of confidence you get from that, you're like, because you have to land an instant headshot. If they hit you, you're probably going to lose the fight. And he's kind of ran with it, hasn't he? 12 kills. That confidence we just saw as well. And Vex, they keep buying into it. They're running into a wall currently. You got to be thinking they need to get into it as soon as possible.
It's like they're stuck in some Halloween cobwebs, Ben.
And we all know those, well, they're sticky. They slow you down.
You have to try and burn them. It's the only way out.
No, you meant to get the sword out and then destroy them with it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it not flint? I thought flint was the ideal way.
Ah, no, flint is still no. But Pith, changing everything around there. 3 kills back in the NIP days there. Very reminiscent. So this is the kind of round they needed, really, because they were struggling to get openers in that last 3 rounds they played. They finally get 1 opener, which then leads into another 2, thanks to Pith. Now it's just Adam hoping to get an exit, but I doubt anybody will rotate down the vent. They have no reason to do so.
Well, quick. So, I mean, if he exits that way, he might actually get backstabbed. Adam with the timing. It just depends on how lucky he really gets here. We'll spot out one player in quicks on the exit, gets the backstab off, and try and scurry away to live for another day as well. That is the first round the Vex are going to be able to pick up, Ben, as they finally get on the scoreboard in this matchup.
Yeah, very well played to actually get the exit there and live to keeps concern on the Vex side, but Vex should know there's a lot of money still available on the Orgles side. So this could be the round that Orgles, if they win it, they could reset Vex quite quickly.
Yeah, Vanity taking that orb towards outside. Does find the initial pick, kills Imi, which is a big opener as well. Going to be able to end his hot streak for the meantime. Continues trying to find a little bit more. As they are fully committing to this. Jenko needs a big round here. Just going to go for the smart play, rotates back around, can drop through ramp and try and get in towards that lower site, assuming that they've now got that map control. Cray just depends on the timing. If he gets overly aggressive here, Whisk holds the angle. So they've now got the ramp control, and it falls on Adam.
Also, we'll slow them down, but the other thing it is just a matter of time here, isn't it? 3v5, they need to make some kind of play. He does make the play, and that's the bomb.
Ooh.
He's done really well there to actually get that. And Fraser with another one on a different side of the map, and that falls into another one. So it was a 3v5. Now a 3v2 in Orgles' favour. Technically, I wouldn't bother trying to hold that bomb. Your team is, I mean, Jenko's about to arrive, but that smoke's going to fade. And unfortunately, for Vex, none of them were really ready for it. But Vanity, that's a really lovely peek.
Yeah, smooth stuff as he's able to double it down, gets the follow-up frag with his boomstick, and rotates down towards the lower site now. Going to be clearing his angles as well. Fraser just realizing that it's time to rotate over, and we'll go straight down the vent. Makes a ton of noise, though. So Vanity will have an inkling of what's going on. Going to try and go for the aggressive face as well. Just straight peek the angle and wins the firefight. That's another 4K, but this time in favor of Vex as Vanity picks that round up.
Yeah, it's a really poor round to lose. Your Orgles. Adams made every single play needed to win that round. 3 kills on Secret with the bomb there as well. And unfortunately, they couldn't quite capitalize it. I mean, Vanity did land a great shot on Jenko at least, but I'm wondering why was Fraser on upper to begin with as well, because surely he should know the bomb is lower. Why is he upper for whatever reason? Why would he be there? Doesn't really make sense to me.
It's very bizarre. Now, Ben, obviously it being Halloween and being the spookiest time of the year, I've prepared some short stories for us to delve into on the broadcast.
Is this OC?
It's not. They're just, you know, it's not original content. I am reposting. I'm using some creepy pastas. So we've got one here called "There's Someone Under the Bed," and it goes a little bit something like this, Ben. I began tucking him into bed, and he tells me, "Daddy, check for monsters under my bed." I look underneath for his amusement and see him, another him, under the bed, staring back at me, quivering, as he whispered, "Daddy, there's someone on my bed." Oh, bone chilling, isn't it? Isn't it, Ben?
I'm going to disagree. I'm going to disagree with that.
Well, look, because, you know, the kid in the bed was actually a ghost.
I think I've heard a different variation of that. I think I've heard a different one where it's similar to, you know, what you, like a kid is saying, "Could you check under my bed? I think there's a ghost there." They check under, they see that same person, but then they're still on the bed as well. Like, it's like a weird one, a combination of it all.
But it's actually just a salesman that slaps a bed and says, "You can fit loads of monsters under here."
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was, "There's someone under my bed."
I suppose.
Yeah. I feel that was quite good.
It's the classic case is always trying to push for the, you know, the like goosebumpy sort of, like trying to make you just feel a bit chilled just by the descriptive wording.
Well, I for one am terrified.
I can tell you're straddling your hair, your nice little extensions.
I'm a little bit scared. I do remember. I remember an old one. No title to this one, of course. This is just OC, firing it out. I used to like seeing people cross my window, but not now. I live on the 20th floor. Oh, see?
That is another classic one, isn't it?
Because that's, you know...
There should be nowhere ever near.
Yeah. Unless it's a window cleaner, then maybe you're just really scared of window cleaners.
Could be. That would be such an irrational fear, wouldn't it?
Terrified of soap.
Just clean your windows, mate. Just on the inside, losing your mind. At desk job. Just like, oh.
He's flying. My boy. Cedric.
Good.
Wow. Well, back at the game afoot.
Yeah, Orgles did win that round, but Vanity did save the orb. He seems to be the only one being able to kill anybody on the Orgles side currently. Obviously, Pish did get that triple kill on the first round. Vex did win, but technically Vanity saved them the round after that. His orb seems to be the shining light for them currently. But it seems quite, I wouldn't say poor, but you could be expecting more, right? From a full team, you have like 4 of the core technically. They've got to have something on Nuke, right?
Surely. This is a map where, you know, team strategy really is a must. So it just feels like they've already hit that kind of mental wall where you're like, I don't really know what to do on my T side. And you kind of shouldn't plateau that quickly already. You know, we haven't really seen too much towards outside. We've seen one take. Like, do the outside smokes, try and go for something a bit more calibrated. This time around it is a little bit slower, but I'm going to use that smoke, try and potentially go for a vent dive here. But Adam gets the early tag and the info. Ooh. Oh, they can't find the vent either.
You will hear that second bird drop though, and Vanity still outside lurking, gets the kill onto Imi as well. Jenko is still towards outside though. So the question is, will they actually allow him to get some impact? He did see that jump spot. But Vanity, not really giving him a chance there. Double peek was quite nice. The awkward thing is, if you're going through main like this, it's very hard to see the spot onto Hut, especially when he pulls off like that. Fraser's got the perfect angle here. Adam, though, I'm not too sure if he needed to face like that.
No, a bit aggressive, just swings out on his own. The whole round's fallen apart as well. It's just up to Cray. I don't feel like we're going to be seeing anything out Cray just today. There should just be another round picked up by Vexed. And the scoreline going 6-3 in favour of Orgles. Cray pretty much at this point just needs to hold, stay alive, keep the AK in his back pocket. If he does peek out, Vanity will find himself another free kill. But Cray plays it smart.
That was some nice movement.
Yeah, that was good.
Right on the edge of the X-ray that we could see. Gets a nice little jump onto the rail.
Maybe he's a vampire, Ben, so he can go outside.
So he just couldn't go outside?
No. He just, that's the secret. Or, to be fair, he'd die in spawn, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he would just die immediately.
Insta-death.
Or would it be insta-death or would it be like dot damage?
Maybe you burn down to like
dot damage.
Yeah, like 40 HP by the time you get in towards upper, and then he has to, I don't know.
Because you'd be okay in T-Suite. You see, there's shadow on the floor.
Yeah, you'd be alright. You're just in the shade.
Have to hug that right wall. And
sit in the back of the van.
You might. Oh, there's no van there anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just it's a red crate on the back of that truck.
It's not ideal.
Whereas CT, you can't go anywhere.
See, that's the other thing you could do. Obviously, you could update HE grenades to just be onion.
Yeah.
Just throw a load of onion, little vampire.
Isn't it garlic?
Yeah. Yeah, it is, yeah.
But we're going to throw some
just, I mean, it'd aggravate him, wouldn't it?
It'd be annoying,
Imagine getting pelted by onion.
Just smell, wouldn't it?
Just peeled onion.
It would just stink.
Yeah. You stink of onion.
He did get the drop onto Aussie, but unfortunately, not 100 damage with that CZ first bullet. So it is a force buy round by Orgles5. They bought around that AK they did have due to winning the previous round. There's a lot of damage done though. You know, Vanity's 15 HP, Aussie 9. Risk's the only healthy one. This is very winnable. Question is what Vexed's going to do with the minute they have on the clock, so. It seems they're trying to wait for the CTs to make the push. But this timing could be in favour of Risk. Although Fraser, he started thinking it the other way when he was originally walking in. But this is another play. This play doesn't need to be done, I feel. Just because you've managed to get the kill advantage with upper already, you don't need to force that play right there. And especially with the positions your teammates had, right? You can see Cray was on upper, Fraser was in lobby. It really wasn't needed. They now run the risk that this, I mentioned the health points of Aussie and Vanity. This is a possible win for them here.
Aussie, as long as he plays his cards right here, holds the angle, it's a very easy position play with the AK. As you said, Ben, beheads them both. The headless horsemen's now.
Horsemen's.
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 Skips and horsemen's, please.
The 4 horsemen's.
The 4 horsemen's of the apocalypse.
Apocalypse. The apocalypse.
It's Halloween, Ben.
Spooktober. So, no money left on the Orgles side now. Ooh, that peak. But I did recognise the push is coming in, and it's going to be a swarm of them pushing straight into Aussie's crosshair, and they only get the 1 kill. Fraser gets that. Ultimately, quite a clean round. Especially as there was next to no utility used during it as well.
I've got another scary story for you, Ben.
You got another one?
This is another one from memory. You hear the phone ring, Ben.
Yeah.
You answer, and a chilly, tingling voice comes across the other set at the other end and says, "May I borrow some time?" And you go, "Yep, okay." Thinking they just want to talk to you about a boiler or something, probably.
Sure.
The phone clicks. They hang up, Ben.
Yeah.
You feel a little older. Ooh. See?
So
spooky. They've stolen some time.
For some reason, I thought you were going to reference the phone calls to Snod's mother and stuff.
The phone clicks.
Yeah.
Where's my boy? Where's Alex?
I thought I was going to go to that.
You hang up. Bloody hell.
Don't respond.
Yeah. Block that number.
Don't know who that was.
Snods is dead. What do you? He's been dead for years. Maybe that's the biggest meme of Halloween. Like at the end of this broadcast, we realise Snods has been dead this whole time. Like it's just this ghost. But it's like an episode of that show where they used to send back the angels and they'd have to complete like a task before they could move on. Snods just wants to be a caster. So like until he's casted enough, his spirit will never move on.
But what's the threshold on this angel? It has to be a certain tier, doesn't it? Like a certain event, doesn't it?
Yeah, he wants to cast the major.
That's it.
And that's the like after he casts a major final, you just see a load of dust.
He just fades.
Yeah, it's like the Avengers. I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark. But it's just Snod's just disappearing.
I don't feel so good.
Feeling a bit rough, actually. feeling a bit weird, Ben. It's very hot in here, Ben. I feel like I'm turning.
Your hands.
They're fading, no.
Oh,
his mum just on the phone.
it's just a freeze frame of him pointing, and then the fingers just slowly fading
just
away.
turn to dust. All that's left is a hand and a tonsil.
Tonsil's gone.
And his glasses with another note. What was I doing here?
So this was a 6-3 lead for Orgles.
Now it's a 7-6.
And you got to be thinking it goes back to that either A, the round where they got 3v5 to 3v2.
Yeah.
Or B, the round where Adam made that push back through secret. Because there's two instances there. Adam played really well in that secret first instance where he got to kill 3 people there with the bomb down. And the second one would be where he made that push for no reason. But this round looking a lot better from them.
Yeah, this is...
Harding with the AWP. Potentially the big player there.
Bit of a throwback, really, isn't it? Seeing the eye dog on the AWP. The eye dog.
What else could we call him?
Do you reckon if Imi dressed up as a character for Halloween and
Jack Skeleton,
but like you know, as if he had to wear a ball cap, would he wear a ball cap over his bald, just over the head?
I think it would add extra effects to the character.
Yeah.
It depends on what character it is, doesn't it? Like what character would that be though? I reckon he'd go Stone Cold.
Yeah, he just rides in. Oh, that'd be great. He turns up outside the endpoint house on a quad bike, just doing wheelies outside, just throwing cans of beer at Mighty Max.
There to say, I threw the house tour today.
Asus just really confused. What's going on? Ian just blaring, just out the back of his boombox on a little quad bike. Well, he's been shut down. Unfortunately, Vanity's made a noise complaint. He's kicked him off his quad bike and he's gone. So there's no Stone Cold Stunner tonight, Ben. It will just be the 4 remaining members of Orgles as we get to this last round of the first half to decide who is going to have the advantage going through to the second half. And it seems like at the moment it is a bit of a stalemate. Jenko trades it back, kills Piff, but Vanity being very sneaky. No one realizes but Vanity.
He misses that.
Oh, that is awful, Ben.
Considering the shots he's landed this game already, that's got to be the easiest of the lot. And he actually misses it.
Maybe he had some pumpkin on his mouse.
Potentially. Though I hate when they put the pumpkins in your mouse mat when you're playing.
Yeah.
I hate when they put the
borrowers just come and drop them off.
Yeah, I hate it. It's like, you know, when like a parent or something would put, like say bringing up your food or something, they'd always put it on the desk right in front of you, wouldn't they? This time, the pumpkin on your mouse mat. It's the worst. I hate when that happens. It happens so often as well.
Just when people constantly pumpkin you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I've just realised? What? Oh, this round's going very bad. Oh, Ben.
Split has destroyed them.
This does not look good. Well, here's what I was going to say anyway. You know when we were in the costume store and we were picking out our costumes for today's broadcast? I wish we would have found a gnome costume because I'm not a gnoblin. I'm not a gnelf. I'm a good pirate.
I'm not even wearing a costume.
What do you mean? Yeah. What do you mean?
I'm not even wearing one. What do you mean?
This is just my normal outfit.
Yeah, you just got extensions in.
Yeah, I've just been growing my hair out for a bit since the last broadcast.
And you got a hat.
It's a new hat.
Yeah, and it's my shirt.
I always, that's always there.
Yeah, that's just the skin tone.
That's just part of the look, really. Wow.
So you consider Orgles put 6-3 up, now they're losing 8-7 at the half. You got to be thinking that CT side should have probably been a lot better, really, in retrospect. Goes down to 2 probably decisive rounds that were played out. If they win those, you're probably thinking it's 11-4 to them, perhaps even more. Question is, will they be made to rue those errors that they have made already this game? So, Vexed going for 5 armor.
Oh.
No kit.
Let's see how this actually pays off for them. So you've lost Imi already.
I think he's going for a vent dive, which unfortunately got declined.
Yeah, the tactician.
They asked him for some ID and he was like, see my head?
Do you know who I am? Mate, let me down a vent, alright.
Well, Vex is denying everybody down the vent.
Yeah, it's not going well at all for the side of Orgles right now. They are just being battered. Absolutely destroyed there by Whisk. 3 kills found into the round, Ben. That'll shut it down. It's now 9-7, so Vex lead. And Orgles didn't really get anything going at all into that pistol round, so not too fantastic in terms of the cash for them.
Yeah, I think the original plan there was for... So Imi blew the door off, he smoked in front of Squeaky, he was planning to go down the vent. But then he was going to keep a flashbang, I think, to flash back up the vent for the push to come through, which I do like that in theory, especially on a pistol round. It's a lot of havoc for the CTs to deal with, right? But unfortunately, yeah, if you get denied on the first step of that entire strat, that's pretty much done.
it's all just going to fall apart from there. Aussie, though, popping off into this round. It's a very quick one. Outside control comes through, and everyone goes down in a matter of seconds for Orgles, Ben. Now, Ben, last night, a friend rushed me out of the house to catch the opening at a local bar's music act. After a few drinks, Ben, to my dismay, I discovered that I had left my phone somewhere. It wasn't in my pocket. I couldn't find it on the table. I checked the bathrooms in a panic. I had no idea where it was, Ben. So I said to my friend, can I borrow your phone to ring my phone and find out where it is? It rung twice and then answered. And again, a low, grisly voice answered and just giggled, Ben. It was like a... like one of those.
Right.
They then hung up and never answered again. At this point, you know, I assumed it had been stolen and that it was just a lost cause, Ben. When I got home, here's the scary bit, I found out that my phone was just laying on my nightstand where I had left it.
Spooky.
Yeah.
They're in the house.
Terrifying. Who used the phone, Ben?
If dog was phone, then who was bedside table?
So the bedside table rung me up, laughed at
me, called me a fool.
and then hung up.
Like,
And that's why I'm against IKEA.
yeah, that's a fair reason though, isn't it? You know, stealing your phone and stuff, that's not very nice.
Actually, it was a bit mean, yeah.
It's a bit unreasonable. Shouldn't be doing that. That'd be a lesson to anybody out there thinking of stealing a phone and putting it back on someone's bedside table.
Yeah. If you're going to steal a phone, at least keep it stolen.
Yeah, you don't want to freak them out.
No need to mess with people.
It's like if you had somebody's phone and then like they thought it was lost and then you just go back to their house and throw it through the window or something. It would just be weird.
But you also attach a brick to the phone with a note that says, "You're next."
No, it's just just on the note. There we go. That's even creepier.
Signed Von Hinkle.
We'll never know who Von Hinkle really was, will we?
Mr. Von Hinkle.
3v2 Imi again. 2 kills into this round. I believe that puts him close to 20 kills already this game, at 18 currently. Kind of showing the effect that he has actually had in terms of rounds when they do win. Because he was, I believe, on 12 kills when they were 5-0 up. And obviously picking up 2 here as well. A lot of impact frags being found by the in-game leader. However, this exit could be an issue.
Ooh.
Right into pit. He gets both of them, so that's a really costly exit. Vanity's on the way out as well, but he's actually holding for this. Bold move, especially when he had no armor. But ultimately, Orgles win that round, but it was so costly.
His game staying very close as well. It's a 10-9 scoreline. Orgles are beginning to get a little bit of momentum going back in their favour, though. Still relatively awkward position to be in. The buy for Vexed, though, is absolutely all over the shop, Ben. You have the 1 AWP there on Vanity, M4 coming through for Piff, the rest of them just on the P250s. Oh, Piff, he's going to be pushed, but Imi cuts him down in a matter of seconds with a Mac 10. It's the easy entry now. They've got the ramp control. They can block off underneath Heaven as well. And it's just getting better for them.
Yeah, it's a classic situation. You know, how many times out of 10 would we see Piff in that situation? Just run straight into that, probably gets 2, maybe 3.
Yeah.
Just because the Havoc, that smoke is about to land, if it bursts, he has the advantage over and over again. But no head armor, no fun in that instance. Imi takes his head straight off. And I suppose quite an easy round when not challenged much.
Ooh. So Fraser was trying to go for the backstab at the end of the round and was hoping that he could actually get the weapons out of their hands. However, that now falls on Imi. Can the superstar Ian Harding carry on to win this round in the best way possible? Seems like it. Molotov going to go in as well. Vanity, he's trapped now. He will just have to sit there. Even if they don't find this kill, at least they've got the majority of weapons out of the hands of the CT side players. Imi as well pushing through. Oh, would have just spotted the barrel, but it's too late on that one. 10-10 now, Ben.
Oh yeah, I said that 20 kills mark as well. Nearest to him is 12 on his team. On the other side of things, we do have Vanity on 20 as well. So both players, a lot of kills, and they're big impact kills a lot of the time as well. So both trying to challenge one another. 10-10 scoreline. Vexed need to get a round win here, I feel. Otherwise the money is still going to be out of hand.
Slow round coming out. Orgles just holding, trying to play more of a passive default here, rather than going for anything too crazy. Set themselves up for smokes now as well, back towards T-spawn, so we could be seeing the potential outside take coming through.
Typically when the smoke's coming in from that far out, you've got to assume it's a fake. But the issue is, Vexed, they haven't got anybody there spotting to see how far away those smokes came from. All they know is the smokes have gone in. It's going to be an A split. Amy through main, the rest through Hart and Squeaky. However, Wesk is in such a good spot to deal with that. Makes it so hard for them to do anything. Jenko last alive, down 1v4.
Oh.
The A-side defense was in a very good spot to deal with that push. Whisk, that elevated angle, it's very hard to just swing up and check that. Especially when you're entering that A-side, there's so many places to look. So really well done by Vex in terms of just having the positioning down for that one.
Yeah, overall, a tidy round coming out. Pretty much breaks the economy of Orgles, leaving them in quite a tight predicament. The decision they will make is to invest just on the one player, it seems. Really only Adam actually going to be picking up the AK. The rest of them just going for a light armor buy. Only on a few players. Ooh, the absolute burst towards outside. Aussie tries to do well in this position. We'll get the one. Carries on spraying through as well to find himself a double kill. Caught in the crossfire though, goes down in the end as Fraser will get the better of him, but it just comes down to Adam. Now 1 versus 4. For the meantime, just holds the angle, expecting the push to come out. Everyone just spamming towards his location. It's only really a matter of time on this one. Adam just trying to delay the inevitable.
Yeah, he's got to be hoping for some damage here. Especially as he was technically the only one who got any sort of equipment into this one. Does have the possibility of 2 smokes though. One of them just went down the steps. Does have one already. Goes to the peak, but Vanity should be hearing this towards lower. Should be making the calls. You can see the rotate through the vent there. Well, the vent was broken rather, but none of the way is actually in lower. This is quite a weird one. Sound not on very high, I suppose, from some of these Vex players. Because Vanity should have had the clear call though. He made a lot of noise in secret.
One loud boy. Just being allowed to get up to wherever he wants here. Ben not really been stopped. Piff will be the...
It's all about the timing here, isn't it?
Yeah, the counter man in this position. Here's the glass break. Goes for the spam down. Takes a little while to actually get that frag and was very low as well. But all that matters is that he does kill Adam. So it's 12 to 10. Vex now finally with actually a little bit of leeway, a buffer to play with in their lead. Not just a constant trade of rounds, but Orgles are going to have to try and bite back into this immediately. They will rebuy up. We've got the AKs there, tons of utility as well. Is this where their success story starts to build again?
So the outside smokes come in straight from the get-go. But Aussie's the one playing outside. He's rifling it this time, so he's actually playing in the garage. And with them walking it, he'll have no idea that they're down secret. But in fact, they were debating it there to actually go through the smoke. It's quite weird. But all 5 players going down. So this is quite key. What does Fraser do with his smoke? Because whenever we used to go down lower here, there's meant to be a set way of doing this push into this area. Question is, are you just going to go contact?
Ooh. Wow, okay. Normally you'd assume Quicks to get the majority of the frags there, but instead Imi just the flick around. The tactician proving that he's got some brawns to bring to the table as well tonight. Cray carries it on as he opens up a can of whoop-outs on Whisk. Jenko's able to punish as well. Things are looking good. Left into a 2 versus 3, but Vanity suspects the location of one of these players, just going to be holding towards the door. Waits for his teammate in Aussie to actually come around to give him some kind of assistance. Tagged up a little bit as well. Aussie looking a bit lost there as he tries to go for this first confrontation. Instead, he just needs to get away. Backs off, goes for the reface, but not really a fight he's going to win, Ben. And Cray will slay him.
Yeah, very awkward little battle right there. Felt a bit... like it's not very clear-cut.
Yeah.
From our POV, it looks like Aussie should have really got that kill onto Cray. Neither player was looking at each other upon the first peek, but Aussie did have that right-hand peek. But unfortunately, doesn't, bit of struggle right there. Vex, they force straight back in. They give Vanity the AWP again, this time the glass cannon, and Aussie running straight across to a secret, and the AWP has already got some impact. Question is, how many will Quicks be able to get from this position? Because Aussie's in secret, he's all alone technically. It's a 1-for-1 situation for both players. But Quick doesn't even get any. That gives the drop though for Aussie. Can he actually deal with them? Thankfully, he's had quite a lot of backs turned, but he only gets the one. Only 2v2 as well.
Oh, spray down coming out there. And it just comes down to Vanity and Adam now in the 1v1 to see where this round will go. Orgles, if they win this, they can get it back to a 12-12, try and keep it fairly close at the very least. Vanity goes for the long con, just walking back there with the AWP in his hands. Adam does recover the bomb. He's still got a good 55 seconds here to play with, Ben, so no need to rush himself. However, Vanity has absolutely masterminded this. He'll be in a prime time angle to just watch it and try and lock it down. Timing is everything.
Yeah, the issue is Adam has to make noise getting down onto this site. But how long he takes to go down the site is the main thing here. Because Vanity, he'll probably stay scoped for the majority of this until he needs to actually make a move, which he does now.
Oh.
There's the noise cue. Can go up the ladder silently, doesn't need to force it. Should be able to get the drop on Adam here. And lands the shot. Easily done. Adam, there's not much he could have done differently there.
No.
He was running out of time. He kind of needed to make some kind of play. He gets the bomb down at the very least. So Orgles, they can still buy into this next one. The only player that'll have a weak buy will be Imi. But based on how the game's been going, he's the one you kind of need on a good weapon.
Yeah, that's true. The Imi firepower has definitely been coming out. Imi tank is back.
Back once again.
Ben, did you know that the word pumpkin showed up for the first time in the fairy tale Cinderella?
Did it?
A French explorer in 1584 first called them gross melons. That was the original name for pumpkin.
Fairly accurate.
Yeah, gross melons.
Yeah, quite gross melons.
Which was then translated into English as pompions. And according to history, it wasn't until the 17th century that they were first referred to as pumpkins, thanks to the fairy tale.
I wonder where the kin part of that comes from. No, I wouldn't consider it to be out of control.
Who knows?
Very weird.
Did you know the original jack-o'-lanterns were actually made out of turnips and potatoes as well, by the Irish?
Really?
Yeah. In England, they used large beets and lit them with embers to ward off evil spirits.
Evil spirits, such as?
Beelzebub.
Beelzebub. Jitterbug.
Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice.
Snods.
Alex Byfield.
Perhaps.
The scariest of the evil spirits. Well, the bomb goes down. Craze left into a 1 versus 3 situation here to try and salvage this round for Orgles. Doesn't seem likely, and it seems like Vexed should start to build themselves out into a pretty good position here. Aussie gets that kill, and that will be the end of Cray. Bomb defuse comes back through. 14-11 is now going to be the storyline here, Ben. It's seeming like Vexed are locking it down. Orgles looking pretty quiet right now.
Yeah, there's been a few unfortunate rounds for them, really. Because that first half probably should have been a lot more in their favour. However, due to those tight rounds, which could have gone either way, I guess, if we have to think, look at them, changed the way this game could have been. So Orgles, they invest 5 smokes. So the outsmite smokes being done here by Emmy. They'll get those in, and then they're keeping 2 smokes for lower, I imagine. The question is, what will Aussie be able to get done with his Molotov? If it's landed, it'll separate the players. They don't put it out either. I don't think it actually landed properly. Yeah, it's 2 mollies wasted. You gotta be thinking they get a plant here as well. Especially with 2 smokes still being available. No way you're able to tell where the plant is going to be going in there. So Vexed allow the plant, they know we can't really do anything about that. It's a very winnable round for Orgles, but I feel like they would need somebody on armor to make that big first play.
Yeah, all of them restricted to just pistols with no armor. Could be the downside. Piff gonna try and do a little bit of trick or treat. Knocks on the door, goes straight through. He does get a treat, finds himself that first headshot. Whisk as well, just popping off with the AK. It's an easy spray. It's a little bit of aim DM as he does find those kills in quite unorthodox angles. That's going to be match point now picked up as well. So Vexed storming ahead, seeming as if they are determined to take this one at the next available opportunity, Ben.
So Whisk's had a very strong second half. Technically, this is the 12th round, and he's had 12 kills. So he's been doing very well considering the first half was quite poor for him. He only had 3 kills to start it off. I suppose that classic situation where you do well on a pistol round, you then, convert that into the following rounds as well.
Yeah, just get the momentum from it. Everything starts going in your favor. Just starts to work out. Oh, that's a big nade, actually. Brings Jenko down to 51. You can see him already trying to fall back. Oh, they're going to go for the boost over. Aussie. It's a free kill, though. Finds that frag of the Jenko. It was the low man that was boosted. Imi, however, does get the follow-up frag. Trades it back on Vanity, so the AWP's now out of commission. It's just simple trades here towards outside.
A lot of intriguing picks being made here. And Vexed probably shouldn't be in a position where they are currently down a man, I feel. The question is, what will Piff be able to do? Gets the drop on one of the players, and he technically can get out, but he gets another one. And the confidence, you can see it then. A lot of adrenaline going through. Quick should be able to deal with them here. They line up as well. But quite a lot of fear, I feel, on that face that he just did. Should be okay, though. Gray's damaged. He has bomb, but Whisk's in a very good position to deal with him if he were to go onto that site.
Surely this has got to be a 16-11 win here. There's no way. Craig going to be detected on the ladder. Goes down. There's nothing he can do. And that will be the victory for Vexed. And as Orgles are going to be left feeling vexed after that one, Ben. Unfortunate. A tremendous display there from Ian Imi Harding. Popping off, showing that there is some skill left in the Imi tank.
Yeah, it was mainly that first half, I feel, right? Because I said 6-3, ended 8-7 in Vexed's favour. There were so many rounds where it could have just gone the other way. And it probably should have, to be honest. But small errors like that come back to bite you.
Yeah, it was rough, unfortunate stuff there from the side of Orgles. Just couldn't get it together in the end when it came down to it. Overall, just Vexed, just looking a lot better. Seems like they've finally been able to iron out the kinks of the roster and get it all coming together nicely, Ben, in a small package. Yeah,
it looks a lot better. That CT side obviously was a lot smoother compared to, I suppose, the Orgles one, right? But it's kind of what we expected. They should technically be winning that matchup, I feel. Yeah, they do. 16-11. Probably a bit closer than they would have liked, but ultimately the win is what matters.